Okay, Patrick, how are you today?
Um, Doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. How's your week been so far?
It's been good. I mean, it was, my fiance and I have been working on communicating more.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be a lot less of those random outbursts,
Uh-huh.
I guess, so to speak. It's just been it's been very nice.
Sounds like a lot of relief you have right now.
Oh, it's an incredible amount of relief, Well, for the most part. It's, you know, we have been working, like I said, we have been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to, we've been trying to communicate. I remember she was getting angry at me over Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's pregnant, so.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. She reminds me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely an interest. Well, I remember that one specifically because not only the absurdity of the reason to get frustrated over being out of Pop-Tarts,
Mm-hmm.
but I was able to kind of stand my ground without kind of like getting angry as well
Mm-hmm.
back at her. I was kind of telling her like, okay, I was telling her, I was trying to be like calm and collected. I was like, okay, we'll grab you some Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, I was like, oh, you want strawberry, blueberry? Then she yelled at me saying, oh, what? What, am I a little kid? I was like, I don't know, like, cinnamon, maybe?
Yeah.
But,
I think that's great, though, that you were able to control yourself and you knew in the moment that you could possibly get angry and you controlled yourself. I think that's great.
thanks. It's taken it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I love her to death, but she could be mean lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But, it was, yeah, we've been working very hard on that, and it's quite nice, though. I mean, the wedding planning's also going very well,
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, even though it's only been, like, about, 2 weeks since we swapped the roles. It has made things a lot easier.
That's good. Tell me more about the wedding planning. How have things been going?
Well, it's been going really well. We tried to hire a DJ.
You're in charge of the music, right?
Yes, yes. But, I did let her have a little bit of input on it, just to make that one more democratic because, her family's a lot more uptight than mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted her input because I wanted to. So yeah, he gave us a set list
Uh-huh.
of all the songs they play, and we were running through it. We were trying to run through it, thinking, okay, what would we not be allowed to play?
So you feel obligated to have your family like your music as well?
I mean, not so much like it, but I don't. They find a lot of things inappropriate, even things that would be very trivial.
Mm-hmm.
They're the kind of parents who thought, they were the kind of parents with her growing up who thought Harry Potter was a satanic influence on children. I'm not exaggerating.
Mm-hmm.
So, we want to make sure it's like, 'cause the last thing we want them to do is cause a dramatic scene at the wedding.
Yeah.
They're drama queens.
How have you been dealing? It seems to me like this is a new pressure on you with the music, maybe that you didn't think of before.
I mean, to be honest with you, it seems like anything concerning them is just anything like concerning them is a pressure. I'm trying to think of like different ways that they can't. It seems like any facet of the wedding planning, even she recognizes it. It's like we both have to find some way to not piss them off.
Uh-huh.
Just I don't know what's wrong with them. They're just not. That nothing makes them happy.
So you feel a responsibility to please them in your own wedding.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? I guess I just don't want them, it's just, nice for them is, I feel like I know they'd be very openly vocal about it. If they were to just sit in quiet disgust, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. You want to be miserable, you go on ahead.
Uh-huh.
But it's just more the fact that if they wouldn't like it, they'd be very vocal, and they'd make a massive scene out of it.
So you're trying to diffuse the problem before it blows up at the wedding.
Right. You know, I don't want to get into an argument with my in-laws with my new in-laws at the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, they're just, there's just, they're just not pleasing them. I feel like someday I will have to just kind of put my foot down. You know, I mean, it's like, they're not even, it's like, the other day they were trying to go on about, oh, well, we're paying for this wedding, so we should do this. I'm like, you paid, you just gave us a bunch of blank envelopes, which we're appreciative for, but you're not paying. It's like they're paying for the whole damn wedding. They gave us envelopes to send it.
I feel like what you're saying is that you may feel manipulated by them. Is that accurate to say?
I guess, in a way, yeah. I guess maybe manipulated, maybe taken advantage of. It's like, I mean, they had so much control over her growing up. Like, she wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend until her sophomore year of high school. Which, you know, I'm a little old-fashioned when it comes to dating too. You know, I don't think people in general, not just girls, but guys, like people in general, shouldn't date very young. But like sophomore year of high school,
Yeah.
like, they're just very controlling, very dominating.
It seems to me that you and your in-laws have differing viewpoints and stances on things, and it seems like finding a common ground to you see it as totally not an option.
I wouldn't say it's not an option. It's an option for me, I think. Like, I've tried compromising with them at all, but like, they won't give an inch. Like, I give them an inch, they take a mile, and I get nothing for it. It's almost like whenever I guess you're right. I guess right now I'm at the point where I feel like I can't even compromise anymore, because it's like, I've tried compromising numerous times in the past. I've tried being diplomatic, but, you know, I give them so much, and they just take it and run with it, you know.
Yeah, that can be definitely frustrating when you see yourself being the one to extend the olive branch in a situation, especially one with family members, and it not being reciprocated in the same friendly manner.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, definitely. You know, initially I thought it was just because of the situation in general, because, you know, like you said, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, then she got pregnant, and then I decided to do the engagement, which I was planning to do before, but so I thought it might have been a little bit of resentment about that. Like, which I understand there being resentment towards it, but maybe just me, just the way I've seen them interact with other people, like, not even just my family, just even, like, we took them out to dinner once, and they treated the waitstaff like garbage, like they were human excrement, you know?
I think that the way I'm seeing this is that you have a lot of feelings towards their emotions and the way they act, but how do you wish to see this relationship? Do you think that you feel you need to control that the way they react to things?
I guess in a way sometimes, yeah, in a way. Just like, I guess I'm just at the point where I'm just fed up with them, you know. It's like, I mean, like, take for instance the waitstaff. I mean, I've worked in restaurants for quite some time, you know, and it's just treat everybody like, or like, it's embarrassing to be with them in public. Like, they're vindictive, mean, and like, you know, wedding day is supposed to be very, very special. Something supposed to remember the rest of your life. You know, last thing I want is, like, I don't want the memory to be, oh, I punched my in-law in the face on wedding day.
Yeah, well, we will try as hard as possible to not have that memory on your wedding day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, I guess what really irritated me though too was that like, the way they acted towards my parents, it was just incredibly rude, incredibly disrespectful as well. It's like, you know, it was just so weird because she is like, my fiance is just a polar opposite of that.
Mhm.
Like I said, she does get a little hormone now because she's pregnant, but, you know, in general, she's one of the nicest, most kind people you'll
Mhm.
ever meet on the face of the earth.
Yeah. So you feel a like a void between her, your fiance, and her family, and you're not quite sure how to take her family because you're so used to your fiance and the way she acts.
Exactly.
Is that how?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, when I'm with, it's like, I'll give you an example. Like when my fiance met my parents, she was, like, she walked into their house, she was very polite, very respectful,
Mhm.
you know, treated them very, very nice, friendly, engaged in conversation.
Mhm.
And a very positive person overall. She was just being herself, and it was great, you know.
Yeah.
And that was just a weight off my shoulders, you know. Now, after we got engaged, I thought, okay,